the sacred land of Ethiopia, with like Haiti, a sacred land for all Pan-Africanists since long time in reality. It's a blessing for me to be in front of you. There is many part of our people. Some people who speak colonial language French, some people who speak English, some people who speak Spanish, some people who speak Portuguese, but in reality, we are linked, all of us, because we have the same roots, we have the same common origin, and in reality, we have the same destiny. It's a blessing for me to be in front of you, and I ask you to applaud yourself for your presence today, please. Strongly. My English is bad, but because I love you and I know that the majority of the people here speak English, I will try to do my best for speak English, and when I will be tired, the translator will come and he will translate my word in French, because I'm more powerful in French when I speak than when I speak English. This day, African Day, is a very important moment for all of us. And in reality, it's a very important moment for all black people on this earth. And when we speak about Africa Day, in reality, in my mind, maybe I'm wrong, but that's deeply what I believe, I think we need to speak about African Liberation Day. And when we speak about liberation, that's because there is still today, in this 21st century, deep, hard, strong oppression against our people everywhere in the world. Not only in Africa, but even in the diaspora, even in the Caribbean, even in the Western world, even in the Arabic world, even in the Asian world, even in Russia, even in the country we say that they are our friends, but daily they act toward our people like sometimes enemy. It's important to remember that the only real friend of Africa is the African brother and sister. It's very important to make this precision, because today we are in a multipolar world that's real. And the people who know us know that the movement that I lead, Pan-Africanist Emergency, has many geopolitical connections with many people and many nations in the global south. Our movement with the movement and resistance, maybe it's important to introduce myself first for people who don't know me clearly. I'm Kemi Seba, was born in France. There is 43 years ago. I decided to come back in Africa. There is 15 years ago. I started the struggle in the diaspora, tried to defend my people, our people, who were discriminated, who is oppressed by the Western and the white supremacy. I was put in jail many times by the French government for my hard struggle against the oppression. After that, I came back in Africa, in Senegal first, where I became a journalist and geopolitical analyst on one of the most important African channels in the French-speaking world. And after all this year as a journalist and geopolitical analyst and writer, because I'm a writer of many books about Pan-Africanism and black culture, I decided with some brothers and sisters who are in this room, and some footballer like Nicolas Anelka, maybe you know him, we decided to create a grassroots Pan-Africanist movement. Because we were tired about the fact that when we speak about Pan-Africanist during the last years, at the beginning of the 21st century and at the end of the 20th century, when we were talking about Pan-Africanists, it was only an ideology. We were inside a little circle. The ones that we could dance, but no music, please. Many people was talking about Pan-Africanists in a little circle, but it was not grassroots movement. After the end of decolonization, after the murder and the oppression of our leader, our former leader, the founding father of African unity. After that, and after the end of the Cold War, Pan-Africanism became an ideology for elite, for little circle. And at the 21st century, when we understood how much our people were, was and is still today oppressed, we decided to create a grassroots movement for fight against neocolonialism, against division inside us, against exploitation of our natural resources, and for unity of our people all over the world. I hope that my English is understandable for all of you. Why I make this precision is because I heard many points were very important from my brother who talked before me. I heard about the fact that today Pan-Africanists need to be vivified, and we need to give more life to this ideology, and that's true. For me, Pan-Africanism is the ultimate medicine to cure Africa of its division, its tribalism, its neocolonialism. It's important to say that, for example, in Ethiopia, you know better than me that there is problem sometimes between Oromo and Amara, Oromo versus Somali, Amara versus Tigray, right or wrong? Please, we are not in cemetery, so when I speak, we are black people, try to react. That's very important to have interaction between all of us. That's a meeting for rebel slave and rebel black people who want freedom on this earth today. And all this tension means something deep for me. Many people and many historians say that Ethiopia never was colonized. That's true. But there is different kind of colonization. Mental colonization is a very deep and big weapon. When there is a big division inside our people, even if we come from the same roots, that means that mental colonization was spreading by foreign forces inside the rank of black people here. Is it right or wrong? Is it right or wrong? I want to hear you more, please. I will not be long, but like my political father said, Brother Dr. Khalid Mohammed, peace be upon to him, I will try to be strong. We need to be clear on some issues who are very important for our people today. Division is the weapon of the foreign colonizer. Foreign colonizer want to take our natural resources. And they know that if they want to take, if you are a hustler or a gangster who want to steal something in house, what you will try to do? You will try to divide the people inside the house. So during the times that they are fight each other, you have the time to take and to steal all the resources inside the house. Is it right or wrong? When there is all this division inside Ethiopia, when there is all these clashes between so-called different tribes, for me, when I see you, I don't see different tribes. I see one people, one aim, one destiny. That's the reality. But the foreign forces who want deeply to have the control to rule Ethiopia, because they know historically the role of Ethiopia in Pan-Africanism. My main master was, and is, and will always be, the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Marcus Mosiah Garvey has taught us about Ethiopia. He has taught us about the necessity for black people all over the world to be linked deeply and strongly with this country. But when we come today in Ethiopia, outside you, because you are conscious people, many times we realize that some people are disconnected with their own history, with their own identity. When they see other black people, they say, you are African. You African. They speak as themselves as Ethiopian are not African. But you are African. You are the center of Africa. You are the sacred land of Africa. And you are the destiny for Africa. The fact that Organization of African Unity before and today, the African Union exists. We will speak in few time about, we talk in few time about African Union, but the fact that this big institutional organization exists and are based, excuse me, my accent, in Ethiopia, means that Ethiopia have a big and really important role and mission for Africa. But for have a role for Africa, Ethiopia needs to have its own rebirth. Because when we analyze today what is Ethiopia, we see that the country is deeply divided. Right or wrong what I say? I know that is not maybe very beautiful to hear because we don't want to speak about our problem, but we cannot speak about Pan-Africanism without speak about our problem. We need to see our problem, try to solve our problem for become more stronger and better. We need to be more self-critical if we want to win in the future and become a real power on the world. Because Africa is a power by its natural resources. But African people are very poor because the African global leadership are very weak. Because I heard my brother, my beloved brother, make a very beautiful expose about the situation of African Union. But we need to be clear. African Union is largely, globally financed by foreign forces. Western world finance African Union. Is it right or wrong? China finance, and they are built the house of African Union. Do you believe that Western world and all this world who finance African Union will accept that African Union could be the real forces of Pan-Africanism? They will never accept that. African Union today is a gangster club. No, we need to be clear. The leader of African Union, majority of them, they are people who are not supported or loved by their own people. Is it right or wrong? We need to be honest about this fact. If I ask, and I try to ask to the grassroots, who is today the president of the Commission of the African Union, or who is today the president of the African Union inside the little circle of presidents, nobody will be able to answer me. Because this institution is disconnected to the grassroots, from the grassroots. They are not linked with the grassroots, but we cannot speak about Pan-Africanism if we are not able to unify a large number of our people. Is it right or wrong? That's for this reason that I am here today with my staff. We came from long distance. We were in South Africa a few days before. And tonight we will travel for a mission in Haiti. Because our movement, Pan-Africanism Emergencies in English, in French, Urgence Pan-Africaniste, we act like medicine of the black cause. Everywhere black people need us, we try to go and we try to help. Everywhere there is social injustice who touch our people, we are here and we try to help. If we are here in Ethiopia, it's not only for commemorate or celebrate Africa Day, because for me, Africa Day is at each second of my life, each day of my life. There is no one Africa Day. Africa Day needs to be all our life if we want to resist and give real power to our continent. But if I'm here today, it's for talk about the necessity for our people to understand that all the manipulation, all the division that there is inside our rank, that these divisions are manipulated, exploited by foreign forces who want to steal our natural resources. Do you understand what I try to explain? And we cannot speak about global Pan-Africanism if we are not able to start Pan-Africanism inside our own family, inside our own couple, inside the relationship between the father and the son, the brother and the sister, the youth and the eldest. We need to be globally connected between one tribe, Oromo and Amara. Between all these tribes that I gave the name a few times ago, we need to be real connected. you cannot speak about Pan-Africanism if you are not able to spread unity. When we start in Africa, the struggle against neo-colonialism, because many people speak now about Burkina Faso. That's funny for me, honestly. It's a blessing for me too. But Burkina Faso is a little part of a global grassroots movement who start long time before my beloved brother Ibrahim Traoré take power. Ibrahim Traoré, the honorable president of Burkina Faso. Assimi Goïta, His Excellency, president of Mali. Or the president of Niger, Abdourahmane Tianiou. And I am the special advisor of the president of Niger. All of them, they are a part of the process, but they are not the beginning of the process. The grassroots mobilization that we started, there is approximately 14 years ago, we organized grassroots mobilization in French-speaking Africa against economical, monetary, neocolonial system, against French and foreign military bases, because you cannot speak about freedom, about self-determination, if you are not able to speak about all these particular issues. We use the power of the social media for unify different parts of our people, different part of the tribe. One tribe, another tribe, one country, another country, some African Muslim people, some African Christian people, some African Rastafari people, some African traditionalist African people. We unified all of them. And by this process, we became a power. We decided to stop to put in the first line our differences. And we had preferred to put in the front line what is our common points. When I see brother and sister here, I don't see the nationality. I don't see your religion. I don't see your ethnicity. And I could say, I don't see if you are a man or a woman. That's not my... Yeah, I see that, no, honestly. I see beautiful queen for sure. But that's not the issue today. I see what is common for all of us. I see what is our common destiny. And we decided to organize all this grassroots mobilization for express what Pan-Africanists need to be in the 21st century. A way for unified grassroots and give power to the grassroots for change their destiny. And it was through this process that we organized mobilization against neo-colonialists, but against the African puppets of the Babylon system. Because the first problem of Africa is not the Western world. It's our leader who decided to act like a dog for Babylon. Is it right or wrong? God damn it, I'm surprised by my English. I think I will speak all the time English now. Now, more seriously, we need to understand that a civilization is destroyed by the outside only if there is corruption inside. And the problem is our leader today has the first problem of our people. Because they don't act for unified people. They act sometimes for their own clan. They act sometimes for their own tribe. Right or wrong? They act sometimes for their own religious group sometimes. But Pan-Africanism is against all these things. When you are Pan-Africanist, you don't see the different origin, because in reality, and that's the purpose of my last book, Philosophy of Fundamental Pan-Africanity, because I am a writer, a Pan-Africanist philosopher too, and I try to think what Pan-Africanity means. We cannot speak about unity without speaking about the real roots. Yeah, there is different fruit today. Different fruit will come from different branches today of one tree. But there is one tree. As the Honorable Cheikh Anta Diop has taught us, one tree, deep roots, different branches. It's beautiful to have different branches, but it's not wise when you think that one branch is better than the other branch, because we all of us, we come from the same branch. That's what African Union needed to do, but she cannot do that because she is financed deeply by the enemy of Africa. And that's for this reason that we cannot wait for the elite to try to act for help us. They will never do that. Because the mission of the African so-called elite today is to let Africa be exploited, be divided, be oppressed. We need to act, all of us, as the soldier of the real African Union. The real wish of the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. All black men, all black women, we are the representative of this real African Union. We cannot wait, oh please President, try to help us to solve the conflict. No, that's not the mission. They are based for something else. Your mission is to act for stop this conflict, stop this division, stop this jealousy, stop this inter-ethnic conflict. We don't realize at which level we are stupid when we try to put on the first line our differences. The people who are travel, black people, when they travel outside Africa, they understand at which level it's stupid to believe that one tribe is better than the other tribe. You say, I'm Omoro. I say that I'm Fongbe or Yoruba. She will say that she's Cape Verdean. He will say that he's Bamileke Cameroonian. He will say that he's Amara. But when you go outside and when you see white people, you say you are black men and black women. What do you talk about? I don't care about your tribe. You are a bad nigger. That is the reality. But someone else don't want to hear this reality. You put tribe. Tribe is the first line. Yeah, I'm Yoruba. Yeah, you are Yoruba. That's true. That's your family name. But you are part of a global black civilization, the matrix of humanity. And you need to take your responsibility for protect all of us. Because